Once upon a time, deep in the heart of a dense forest, there lived a wise and compassionate Buddha. People from far and wide would visit him seeking guidance and enlightenment. One day a group of curious creatures approached Buddha, desperately seeking answers to a profound dilemma that had tormented them for ages: the relentless cycle of suffering. The creatures, representing various species such as elephants, rabbits, snakes, birds, and fish, humbly settled at Buddha's feet, their eyes filled with desperation and longing. With loving kindness, Buddha addressed the creatures and began sharing a timeless story to shed light on their predicament. In ancient times, Buddha started, there was a grand palace built within a vast desert. Inside the palace there were endless halls, chambers, and rooms, each adorned with magnificent decorations and treasures. It was a paradise that all beings desired to experience. Curiosity filled the creatures' eyes as they listened intently to each word Buddha spoke. Buddha continued, in one particular room there was a doorway to another dimension. When beings entered this doorway, they would find themselves on a seemingly endless journey through countless realms of existence. They would experience joy, pain, pleasure, and suffering in a continuous loop. The creatures pondered for a moment, trying to comprehend the existence of such a doorway. Buddha sensed their confusion and reassured them with a comforting smile. He continued, initially beings explored this journey with great hope and excitement. However, no matter how far they roamed or how many paths they tried, they could never find an exit from this cycle of suffering. The creatures' faces sagged with a mix of despair and resignation. Buddha gently placed his hand on each creature, comforting them. "Dear beings," he said, "the reason you cannot find an escape from suffering lies not in the maze itself, but within your own minds and desires. It is attachment to desires, cravings, and ignorance that bind you to this cycle." Buddha then shared a profound realization he had attained. To liberate yourselves from suffering, you must let go of the attachments and desires that bind you. You see, the doorway to freedom lies within your own hearts, not outside in the worldly realms. As his words sank in a gentle breeze swept through the forest, carrying Buddha's wisdom into the depths of the creatures' souls. With newfound understanding, they realized that the key to freedom from suffering lay in cultivating compassion, wisdom, and letting go of attachments that bound them to the cycle. Deeply grateful, the creatures bowed before Buddha, their eyes shining with a glimmer of hope. Buddha smiled lovingly and imparted his final message: remember, dear ones, suffering can be transformed into peace and liberation. Seek the path within yourselves, nurture your hearts and minds with kindness, compassion, and wisdom, and you shall find the way out from the cycle of suffering. With hearts filled